still dealing with a rather large bunny that is not shy at all about jumping up this high. It's about 18 inches to get in there and munch on all of my things. So the arugula and romaine and red onions are some that I did broadcast in the other round container. And so I started this celery over here from a cutting from a grocery store celery. So this one is definitely ready to get planted. So I want to get those in today. Hi, it's Sharon from Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Welcome back. If you're new to our channel, we garden here in Southern California, Zone 10A. And in a previous video, I took you through and showed you how I raised the height of my Provence garden bed. We have raised garden beds that I use blocks and wood, and so I took it up another 8 inches. And so just to make the gardening a little easier for myself, and I've added all the great soil in and all of that. And so now I'm ready today, finally, after our rains and winds and fires and all of the things we've dealt with in the last month, to go ahead and get my broccoli starts planted in the Provence bed. So I'm going to do that today. I may plant some seeds. I'm definitely going to put up my supports and get some garden cloth over the top. We're still dealing with bunnies. We don't have to worry about the gophers or the moles in this bed because I did put hardware cloth down. But we're still dealing with a rather large bunny that is not shy at all about jumping up this high. It's about 18 inches to get in there and munch on all of my things. So we're going to go ahead and put the garden cloth over, and it makes it like a little mini greenhouse. So let's get that started today, and come along with me. Let's check it out. So that's done, broccoli done. There we go, we got all the broccoli in, all 6 starts. And we've got to get the cover over, and I might do some seeds. Let's see. And I'm outside today on this gorgeous day. We've got just a couple days until spring comes officially, and I want to get back to my Provence kitchen garden, which is a raised bed garden. When you first come into our backyard, I planted some broccoli, and then we had some Santa Anas and lots of rain, and Bunny came in and ate the broccoli, so I just haven't planted it, but I have a plan now and I want to get these things in. Let me show you the bed and I'll show you what I plan to get in there today. All right, that's a little bit better. I took that thermal cloth off of the top of the bed so we can see a little bit better. This is what we're working with. All these extra things are in here to try to discourage the bunny from getting in. You can see he got in, munched on my broccoli. This one's actually going to flower, so I'm just going to let that one flower. It'll bring some pollinators. I now have a cloth that's big enough to cover the whole bed like I did last year. That seemed to work pretty well. And so I'm going to get more things planted in here today. I have some seedlings that I started. I have romaine and arugula and some onions. And then I started this celery over here from a cutting from a grocery store celery. So this one is definitely ready to get planted. So I want to get those in today, and possibly some bulbs. And yeah, we'll just see how far we can get. So I want to make sure I get this planted up. It's officially spring on Friday, and I want to have this bed at least started. So let's see what we can get. Here is what I have from my seedlings. And these are the seedlings that we started in the 72 count tray, and also the arugula and romaine and red onions are some that I did broadcast in the other round container. And so I've up-planted those into these larger cells, and now I'm ready to plant them out into Provence. So let me show you. We've got spinach and celery, red onions in the back here, a whole tray of arugula, 2 different kinds of romaine, and another tray of arugula. And my plan with the red onions, I originally wasn't going to put them in here, but I think I'm going to put those around the edge. Bunnies don't typically like the spicy things and the stinky things, and onions are something that typically they'll leave alone. So that's my strategy. So let's get this bed raked up and the broccoli trimmed, and let's get some of these things in. I forgot to show you these Anaheim peppers. I'm going to put a couple of those in there as well. Cucumber. You're not going to need to water these in. The soil is good now. Oh, no. Well, all right. There we go. Get here. The red onion, burgundy of Italy. I'm going to put 3 here and 3 over there. So let's see if we can get this little guy out here. Well, this one wants to come out first. Let's see, it might be too early for these, but we will give it a go. There we go. There we go. Get you up right here. There we go. Oh, there you are. There's the other little guy. All right, we'll get you on the other side. This is the Paris Island romaine. Had really great luck with this last year, and they were fabulous. First time I've been successful with real full heads of romaine. So we have 2 here. We're going to separate. So I'm going to put 1 here, right there. Put 1 here. There's a little leggy. We have 2. Separate them here. Put here. Here. There we go. There we go. All right, success. Let's get you in here. You are a little bit leggy, but you right over here. Six heads there. I keep the lettuce under the arch here so that I can cover it with the frost cloth. Not so much for the frost, but to keep some of the more intense sun off of it. They prefer a little more shade. So, Rue de Hiver, probably not pronouncing that correctly, but it's all right. Right in here. So, little containers served your purpose. Let's get 1 here. More in that broadcast. Put that right between so we know that's what it is. There we go. All right, we're doing well. Doing well. It's feeling better. I have a little tiny purple basil. Maybe we will leave room for peppers in the corners. They like to be together. We'll do a row of arugula behind the broccoli. It'll give us great greens, and then if you let them go to flower, they have just the most beautiful white with little purple edged flowers. So I try to let my arugula go to flower of their season. Tried to plant them in the corners to make this easier this time, and that worked well. Should be using my trowel, but Gardeners and manicures doesn't always go together, especially at the beginning of spring. There we go. And let's do 2 more. Looks like we've got different varieties here. Let's get one here on this end. And I'm just putting them roughly 6 to 8 inches apart. They'll do fine. I don't mind if they grow into each other. And we'll put one on the ends here. Far enough from the edge that it shouldn't be enticing the bunny. Doing pretty well. It's feeling better. I set my timer. I said it was a garden 60. Let's check in on my timer. There we go. Got about 12 minutes left. We're doing well. All right. Give you kind of a pan of what we've got here. We got the arugula, trimmed the broccoli, got in the cucumbers and the celery, some romaine at this end, and romaine at that end, and some red onions. A couple little red onions here. Oh, where did it go? Did I cover it? All right, we've got the Anaheim peppers left and about 10 minutes in our garden 60. I'm going to put one here in this corner. Actually, I think I'm going to put them together because peppers do like to be together, and then they'll grow together and kind of support each other. So I think we'll put them both back here. There we go. And I'm not putting any starter in here because I have just amended this bed. It's got fresh compost, and I put some worm castings and all those good things when I was preparing this bed, and it hasn't been planted. There we go. There we go. Nice. All right. I call that good. I will have to come back and mulch. I'm not going to do that today. We've got some rain coming, and I really want the rain to be able to get these plants good and wet. And so again, let's give you a good look. There we go. I think you can see everything there. So I'll use one of my sticks here. Of course I pull the crooked one. So we've got the broccoli that we trimmed. We have a cucumber here. We've got the Italian red onions here on the end, 3. Hopefully that'll block this and keep the bunny from coming. We've got the Paris Island romaine. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. We've got the celery. We've got the Rue de Hiver romaine at this end, and 2 more of the Italian red onions. Then we have the purple basil, and of course the broccoli. I'm letting one go to flower, bring some pollinators. We've got another cucumber. We have a row of arugula and 2 Anaheim peppers. So I call that good. And I'm going to go ahead and put the original shade cloth that I had over here. It's actually a frost blanket. Well, there we go. Let me show you. We have 3 minutes. Hopefully you can see with the glare there. 3 minutes left on our timer for our garden 60. So we did it. I'm very excited. Again, I will come back after the rain. We're not supposed to get a heavy rain tonight, and I will mulch the bed and get the large row cover on the entire bed to help keep the bunny out. And let me show you what we have left of the plants we brought out. I think we did pretty well. Well, thanks for joining me today, planting up Provence. I've been waiting to do this. Last year at this time, I was looking at pictures from last year. I had already had things planted and they were doing great, but the weather was different. We had lots and lots of rain early, and then sun, and I got it planted early and got row cover over it, so it's fine. Spring officially starts on Friday. I'm happy to have some veggies in, the romaine and the basil and the peppers and the onions and the cucumbers. So I call it a pretty good garden 60, and we had 3 minutes left to spare, so that's awesome. So thanks for joining me today. I hope it inspires you to get out and do some planting in your garden. And if you enjoyed this video, would you give us a thumbs up? We'd really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, it really helps us grow the channel, so think about that. And we'll see you next time. Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Bye.